Francisco Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Vientos, Nimmo, Marte, Taylor, Acuna, Torrens. Starting lineup today for the Metropolitans. Beatty, Winker, lefty on the bench, righty. Hayden and Siri on the bench for the righties. On the mound, Valdez. 28 starts last season for Houston. 15-7 record, ERA 2.91, 176.1 innings, 140 hits, 55 walks, 169 strikeouts. His whip is 1.11. Astros, third baseman, Padres. Paredes. Pena, short. Rogers, second. Walker, first. Diaz is their catcher. Outfield, lefty. Left side. Altuve, center. Myers, Cam Smith making his MLB debut at right field. That's Altuve's first start at left. Little munchkin man over there.
Also mentioned that Cam Smith is playing right field as the third baseman, so it puts a lot of pressure on Jake Myers in center field to pick up the slack.
Look where Altuve is playing. He's playing in the left center field gap and taking him completely away from being in front.
Goose, what's up? Joe, what's up? Morales, what's up? Lindor, 273 average last season. Let's see what we got here. Fastball strike. Fastball at 95. Counts 0-1.
Defense. You see Altuve on your left, upper left. He's way over in the gap, as Ronnie mentioned. Playing in front of those archways in left center field. It is a difficult left field to play with the short porch and then
hit. Lined over to short, and he's out. Damn. First out of the day is Francisco Lindor. It's a good out there for Houston.
Well, hang with them.
Time is late. Practically caught it right up the apex.
Wow.
First Mets at bat for Juan Soto.
They're booing Juan Soto.
He's getting a
not getting a hero's welcome here in Houston. Watch him blast one right out of the park right here, right now. Watch it happen, boys. Watch. That's upstairs. Fastball goes ball. Juan Soto last season with the Yankees, 157 games, 288 average, 41 homers, 109 RBI, and 989 OPS. Finished third in AL MVP voting. Next pitch to Juan Soto. Smacked it, found the hole, rolls up right field after that fastball at 95. Juan Soto is safe on first base as the fans in Houston continue to boo him. There's some Mets fans in the stands, though, cheering him as well. One man on and one out for my Mets.
He's got no extra movement on his tape back. We're going to show you as this game progresses and as the season progresses.
Let's get this thing going. Yeah, definitely. And if you guys get a chance, could you like and subscribe to the channel? Big swing and a miss to Alonso. Alonso, 162 games last season, 240 for the average, 34 for the homers, 88 RBI, 788 OPS. Counts 0-1 for Polar Bear Pete.
Excellent change up as well.
That's outside, 97-mile-per-hour fastball from Valdez. Only 6 pitches. Only 6 pitches thus far from Valdez.
He is as far over towards the third base side of that river as she could be.
And of course, that just exemplifies the move.
Next pitch. It's down. Looked like a sinker. Counts 2-1 for Alonso. Alonso's going to burn his time out here. Maybe. Readjust his gloves, get back in the stance.
Coming off 34 home runs, the fewest he's hit in a full season. Free agency looming all of last year.
Counts 2-1. Soto looking like he wanted to go. Alonso smacks one, and it goes foul down the third base side. Counts 2-2.
Well, folks, we're looking at this lineup.
Pete Alonso, 2019 NL Rookie of the Year, 131 RBIs in 2022, franchise record, 5 seasons with 30-plus home runs. Alonso is also a 4-time All-Star. Now he uses his timeout.
26 more. He would tie Darryl Strawberry.
All right, we'll step back in.
Career home run record.
Since his debut, no one's had
See what we got.
guys, and only one person, Marcus Simeon.
Man, I'm nervous right now. I'm nervous.
Things that really characterizes this Mets team above everything else.
Here's the 2-2. Down again. Full count for Alonso. Carlos looks on from the Mets dugout.
Everyone else to do the same.
Makes Carlos Mendoza's task a little bit easier when he knows he's got those names to write in every day.
See if they send Soto here.
Here's the full. And he walked him. Curveball at 80 miles per hour, missed from Valdez. Move Soto to second. Put Alonso's big ass on first base. 2 on and 1 out. Here comes Vientos.
It's going to be even better.
10 pitches from Valdez. He'll go and he'll put some chalk on his hands or whatever that is. Rising back. 111 games for Vientos last season. 266 average, 27 homers, 71 RBIs, and an 837 OPS for our third baseman.
Spectacular season last year after twice being sent to the minor leagues. Followed that up with an even better postseason, 998 OPS in 13 postseason games.
Pitch. Sloppy hit. Over to first. Out. Move the runner.
The runners move up to second and third.
Yeah, move the runners though, but 2 outs.
That was a nice play. Very nice play.
Soto third, Alonso second, 2 outs.
So 2 outs.
That was whatever. Nimmo, 151 games last season, 224 average, 23 homers, 90 RBIs, 727 OPS. He had 15 stolen bases last season.
Had a terrific first half. It was the Mets MVP in the first half of the season, and he just kind of faded a little bit in the second. The foot probably had a lot to do with that.
Nimmo, swing and a miss. Fastball from Valdez at 96. Counts 0-1.
Brandon Nimmo, one of 2 Mets in the lineup today, celebrating their 32nd birthday. He and Clay Holmes were both born on the same day.
Counts 0-1.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
Nimmo pops one up. Shallow center. Yeah, shallow left center. Out. Altuve got it. Damn, 3 outs. Damn. All right, Clay Holmes getting ready to take the mound. We're going to go to commercial break on SNY. All right, that was, it's an okay start. I would have liked to bring one of the runners home, but it's only the first inning, and it's the first game of the season, so I'll try to take a chill pill, all right? In the meantime, if you want to subscribe to my channel, like the stream, share the stream, tell your friends. And that's all up to you, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm also going to be streaming tomorrow and Saturday, and then I'll be streaming the series against the Marlins as well. Most of those streams are already set on my channel. If you want to run over to them real quick and click that reminder notification button, ring the bell so you get notified if and when I go live. That's also up to you. I'm greatly appreciative of everybody that's popped in already and gonna pop in, and I'm super stoked for the season, man. Let's go Mets. How's everybody else's day going? Everybody good? I think we're going to have to take some ulcer preventative medicine to get through the season. I'm going to need some anti-anxiety medication. That's what I'm going to need. For multiple reasons, not just the Mets, for multiple reasons. Starting lineup here for Houston: Altuve, Paredes, Alvarez, Walker, Diaz, Pena, Smith, Rogers, Myers. On the bench, switch. Caratini on the bench. Righties: Stacino, Dubon, McCormick. I know I butchered some of those names. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? On the mound, Clay Holmes, 67 games last season with the Yankees. ERA 3.14, 30 saves, 43 OPP. Innings 63, hits 60, walks 22, strikeout 68, with only 4 home runs allowed.
Strikeouts of 19 in the third. Did not give up a home run. 0.93 spring training ERA.
All right, first pitch of the day for Clay.
So he can take the ball opening day. Here's Jose Altuve.
Altuve takes a pitch low. Sinker at 95 goes ball. Counts 1-0. Altuve, 2017 AL MVP. He had 204 hits that time, or during that time. Strike. I don't know if that was a fastball or not. It kind of looked like it. Counts 1-1.
Lifetime 337 postseason batting average. 306 career batting average. Low guy with pop.
Did he go around? He went around on the fastball. Counts 1-2. Was that a sinker again at 95? My bad, guys. My bad. Counts 1-2 for Altuve.
Numbers were down last year.
Swung at it. Goodbye. That's the curve at 82. Got him. Struck him out. 1 away. Good shit, Holmes. Do you think Diaz is going to be any good? I don't know. You're talking about Edwin Diaz? I don't know. There's a lot that I didn't like in spring training. I didn't like how he struggled with his command. We got to see, man. That WBC injury really screwed him. Strike to Paredes. Counts 0-1. 238 average and 153 games this season, 19 homers, 80 RBIs. I didn't see the OPS. Counts 0-1. That's low and away at 83. Counts 1-1. That looked like the curve. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to see the Edwin Diaz from 2 seasons ago, but that injury really messed him up. And I think it messed him up psychologically. So pitch, swing and a miss, fastball. Counts 1-2. Oh, he might have gotten a piece of that. That was foul. Counts 1-2.
Last year, the complaint was the Astros were early swingers, very aggressive. Saw the least amount of pitches last year of any offense. Both Paredes and the newly acquired Christian Walker in the top 10 of taking pitches.
1-2 coming.
Hit. That's a sinker? Wow, this guy throws heat with his sinkers, huh? It went foul, though. Keep the count 1-2.
Left center field, so I think corrected. It's amazing. It is amazing. It's a little bit at Citi Field 2 years ago when he visited with the Rays.
Hit, popped up. Somebody play it. Left field, left field. Out. Nimmo with the out. Torrens is the catcher. Alonso first. Acuna second. Lindor short. Vientos third base. We just saw Nimmo at left. I can't talk today, man. I'm so anxious and nervous right now for a plethora of reasons. All right, hold on. Next man up, Alvarez.
Lifetime 973 OPS.
My screen just went blue. Ball counts 1-0.
Doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed. He just wears out everybody. If you're going to get through this lineup, you've got to get through Alvarez.
Ball low again. Yeah, he throws a sinker at between 95 and 97 miles per hour. Counts 2-0. Nimmo center. Nimmo left. Taylor center. Soto right. Soto 4-time All-Star. My tongue is getting twisted, man. That's ball inside. He's playing keep away Holmes. Counts 3-0 for Alvarez. Alvarez DH played in 147 games last season. 308 average, 35 homers, 86 RBIs, and a 9.59 OPS. Next pitch. He's probably just going to walk him. Ooh! All right, he threw a strike down the pipe. Counts 3-1. Christian Walker on deck.
That's why they held back David Peterson to pitch in the second series in Miami. They didn't want Peterson facing this.
Screen went blue again.
And the only lefty is Alvarez, and he's straight left-handed.
Was that a foul?
What's that number you at? 362.
Full count.
He hit 362 off lefties last year with 10 home runs and 188 at bats.
Full count, 2 outs.
3-0 to get to 3-2.
Foul, third base side. Looked like a sinker at 83 miles per hour. 15 pitches from Clay. Looks like Clay's going to take a second on the mound. Travis, my Braves are already up 1-0. Congrats, Andrew. It's good to see you, my friend. Don't forget to like the stream. He walked him up and in. So Alvarez's big ass is going to go to first base.
The Astros have their first baseman. But when Hall went on the free agent market, there were other clubs, not the Mets, who first suggested that maybe he would think about being a starter. He and his agent talked it over. And by the time they talked to the Mets, it was already in their minds, maybe this is a decent idea. Think about Clay Harris. He is a very thoughtful pitcher.
Hit. Lined over to Lindor. He caught it. 3 outs. 3 outs. Good job, Lindor. That's the end of one. We're scoreless in Houston. Mets up after these commercial messages here on SNY. Yeah, if you want to subscribe, like the stream, that's up to you. I'm also streaming again tomorrow. Go check something on my laptop real quick if you guys don't mind. What did Joseph just say? I'm surprised nobody commented on my red Nike New York Giants jersey. You know how hard these are to find? And my fat ass 2 years ago would have not even come close to fitting in one of these. Perfor already has a hit with his new team. He is batting leadoff until Acuna returns. We got a run because of a challenge we used. Oh, cool. Andrew, do you have a football team? I forgot what your football team was. Everybody see the Giants? My Giants, they got Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson, Winston, DeVito. Who knows what they're going to do in the draft? Who knows? Who knows what direction they're going at this point? Thank you, Morales. I got it brand new on eBay for like $50. It's like a $200 jersey. So I do for now. It's the Panthers. Oh, that's right. Who is the starting quarterback of the Panthers? Bryce Young? I don't know. I think maybe they give him 1 or 2 more seasons. Sanders in the draft? Yeah, I don't know if the Giants are going to get him.
No. The Mets host the Toronto Blue Jays opening weekend, Saturday, April 5th.
I would rather draft a QB than have Russell Wilson. Yeah, Russell Wilson's on his, the tail end. So my next streams are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No stream Sunday the 30th, and no stream April the 3rd. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Mets have a series against the Blue Jays. I'm also doing that. There's the pitch there, and Marte will take a ball. Counts 1-0. Marte, DH. He played in 94 games last season, 269 average, 7 homers, 40 RBI, 715 OPS, had 16 stolen bases last season. Did that hit him? It hit his foot. It hit the padding on his foot. He's fine, but he's going to go to first. So Mets with a leadoff runner here in the second. Cleveland will draft Sanders. Maybe. I don't know if Dion wants his son to go there. We'll have to see.
In his opening day start last year against the Yankees was wild as well. He walked 6.
Taylor coming off the bat, played in 130 games last season, 248 batting average, 7 home runs, 35 RBIs, and a 701 OPS. Why is Marte still on the roster? Because he's a good veteran player.
So now the lower third of the Mets order, Taylor, Acuna, and Torrens.
Is that a fastball? That one ball counts 1-0.
day decision based on matchups. They're both outstanding defensive center fielders.
Counts 1-0.
So there's
Next
a little
pitch.
more pop. Taylor maybe a little more consistent at the plate.
Smacked
This
it.
one knocked to left field. Out to
Left
base.
field. Ah, damn, he's out. That went right to Altuve. He didn't even have to move. He just think one away. Marte's got to go back to first.
So we have an old timer out there. Yeah. Started 1,749 games at second base. And never
Yeah, I feel
started
you,
in
Andrew.
any other position until today.
He's only the only thing he's ever done outside of second base is he's DH'd.
Right. He's played
1 on and 1 out.
Here's Luisangel Acuna getting started second against the left-hander over Brett Baty. And he takes a fastball for the strike. So for Taylor, Acuna, and Torrens, the three guys at the bottom of the order.
Acuna, 308 average, 3 homers, 6 RBIs, and a 966 OPS. Counts 0-1 for him. Next pitch. Smacked it. And that goes foul on the first base side. He broke the end of his bat, so he's got to go change out his bat. Counts 0-2. Brett Baty looks on from the Mets dugout.
Let's hope we'll be back by the end of April. Alvarez, perhaps a similar time frame. When you get your opportunity, you have to make the most of it.
And it's going to be tough because they're not going to. I don't think they're going to play.
When did McNeil get hurt? A couple of weeks ago, I think.
I think Beatty being
Like 3 weeks ago. Or something. Counts 1-2 for Acuna.
Probably going to get the lion's share of this bunch of the play.
But these guys will have a lot to say about the Mets' early season success. How many wins?
20 pitches from Valdez, by the way.
Listen to their regulars.
Here's his next pitch.
You know, with McNeil and Alvarez in there, this is a very
Just on the outside. Counts 2-2.
The Mets have a very favorable schedule, and don't overlook starting zones is a really great thing for a ball club early in the season.
Don't worry, we'll make up for it when they go to Minnesota. There you go. On the second trip.
Popped up by Acuna, left center field. And he's out. 2 outs. 2 outs.
So for Valdez, a ground ball specialist, only one of his first 5 outs have come on the ground. That's the injury list. The most recent is Paul Blackburn.
Who are you going to trade for, Andrew? McNeil strained oblique. Alvarez hand injury. Mania strained oblique. Frankie strained lat. Knee inflammation for Blackburn. And whatever.
So hoping to see him at some point this year. He was such a
Torrens up at bat. 2 outs and 1 on. Torrens takes the pitch upstairs. There's a high fastball, counts 1 out. Torrens, 48 games last season, 229 batting average, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, and a 665 OPS. Count is 1-0. Again, Marte's on first. Swing and a miss. I don't know if that was a cutter or a sinker or what. Counts 1-1.
16 of the last year.
Only caught once here, and that's the big what I'm looking for. He's had that knee issue in spring.
Hit, foul, first base side.
Right at the bag, handled by
Oh, no, it's fair. It stayed fair. He's out at first. Throw it at first. He's out. I thought it went foul. My bad. All right, we're going to bottom of the second. Still scoreless here in Houston. Houston, we have a problem. My Mets are not scoring. Yeah. All right.
in the score.
Diaz up at bat for Houston. He had a 2.99 average in 148 games, 16 home runs, 84 RBIs.
Ward down toward the
Takes the
end.
ball away from the plate, counts 1-0.
126 plate appearances. Not only did he start 99 games behind the plate, but 36 DH and 11 at first base. He played 148 games, which is a ton for a guy who's primarily a catcher.
Hit, foul, third base side. Counts 1-1.
Manager, he's still stuck by watching Maldonado because he liked his defense. He didn't like the defense of Diaz. He's worked really hard on it, and he's made himself into an everyday player for Joe Espada. And he's a hitter. Lifetime a 291 hitter, hit 299 last year.
Espada now in his second year.
Check swing, foul, fastball. Counts 1-2 for Diaz. Diaz is going to use a timeout here.
Victor Caratini is a pretty good backup switch hitter. Maybe not run Diaz out there at first base on this catch him just to save him for later in the year. Balls ahead 1-2.
Popped up. Center field. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Get it out the warning track. Out. Good job, Taylor.
1 out. Well, some people think
1 out.
spring training is overrated. We're about to find out. Because there was one guy who
Next man up for the Astros.
Position in spring training. I'm going to go to him right now. Steve Gill.
This will be pitch 22 from Clay Holmes.
Then it should be up to speed. You'll get maybe 2 reports a game until that point. If it lasts that long. I don't know about it. Hey, Gary, great to see you guys. I haven't seen you in like 6 weeks. Hi, Steve. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to piggyback off of something that you
Strike,
started talking
fastball.
about at the end of the first inning. That's the fact that Clay Holmes
Counts 0-1.
this out. He was not actively looking to become.
That's Pena up that bat. Pena.
Do it again. He didn't love the way his starting career ended. But last season,
That's away from the plate. Counts 1-1.
How he thought about pitching. He had dominated for years with the sinker. And last
Holmes
year,
going to refine his footing on the mound. Has the pitch he likes. Next pitch to Pena. Oh, fuck! He cracked him in the arm.
Pena. So
Ooh.
And the Astros.
And the fans there will boo.
But he felt like he was going
Look at this. Watch his arm. Hey! That's by the bicep. Ouch. He was not happy. Yeah, I don't blame him. 1 on and 1 out for Houston.
There were more pitches there that could transition him back to a starting role. And as you said, that's what teams.
Cam Smith coming up to bat. A+, AA, 32 games. He's getting a standing ovation.
Smith, who took Arizona by storm in spring training. Florida. Yeah, same difference. I mean, this guy was not even on the radar.
He got a hole. Oh man, he got the hole.
Solo loads up for the 4 to third base, not in time.
Pena went first to third. Smith on first. 2 on and 1 out. Oh no. Oh no. Let's dial it back in a little bit, Holmes.
Actually, he went right with the pitch. And he's hit intent, wants to go that way. Look at that big hole and drive it in there. And that makes it first and third. You know, they've talked about his maturity of going the other way. He hit 2 home runs against the Mets. Then Port St. Lucie to right field. And Pena, with that great speed, pushes the envelope first to third. Mets will play back for 2.
Brandon Rogers, who was a late signing with
Rogers up at bat. Mets need to play for 2 here. Ball inside.
Cam Smith played just 32 games in the minor.
Rogers, 135 games last season with the Rockies. 267 average, 13 homers, 54 RBI, 721 OPS.
342 spring, he makes the ball club.
Next pitch.
A position that he hasn't played much.
Ball inside. Come on, Holmes. Counts 2-0. Damn.
Put a lot on his plate, but you know what? Jackson Merrill did that last year with the Padres.
So you got the 2 corner outfielders here playing positions they are very unfamiliar with.
Strike. Slider. Counts 2-1.
Brandon Rogers was a first-round draft pick. In fact, 3rd overall by the Rockies. Out of high school, he's now 28 years old.
Hit. Foul. Counts 2-2.
Foul. 2-2.
I've always found that first start of the season, the adrenaline rush, the nervousness, and all of that you have going into the game produces great
Jake
results in the
Myers
first
on deck
inning.
for
Like the
Houston.
air coming out of the balloon, you got to battle against it in the second inning. Holmes has been a little up with his pitches this inning.
And so is Valdez. Two guys who live toward the bottom of the zone. 2-2 to Rogers. Sinks that one out of the strike zone.
Out of the strike zone.
Myers, the number 9 hitter.
Full count, 30 pitches from Holmes. A ball here would load the bases with only one out.
Even in trouble.
Rogers is going to burn his time out.
To get the ball on the ground, to produce 2 outs to get out of innings. See one here.
See if Espada sends a 3 on a 3-2 count. So it's Smith. Smith has slightly above average speed. Maybe a third can fly. And Holmes checks in on Smith.
He looked like he was going to. He was very kind of anxious over there at first base and a little late getting back.
22 years old, the second youngest Astro to debut on opening day. The youngest, 18-year-old Rusty Staub. The runner goes, and it's up and in going 4. And that loads him up.
He just loaded the bases. He walked them. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Load the bases for the number 9 hitter, Jake Myers.
Jake Myers, 148 games last season, 219 average, 13 home runs, 61 RBI, 646 OPS.
Now he's got the bases loaded against Clay Holmes.
Bases loaded, 1 out.
Maybe taking a visit out, but he's going to let Holmes go on.
Bases loaded, 1 out. And
Hit.
Taps one near the plate, a foul.
Foul. Counts 0-1.
Renz, when that ball was hit, had to be thinking of it London again. That ball that he picked up that 5 feet in front of home plate, stepped on the dish, and then spun it through the first for a game-ending double play. Davey at third, Smith at second, Rogers at first with 1 out. Holmes facing his first crisis.
Hit.
It's 1 on the ground.
Double play ball, out at second.
They get the out at second, but no one.
Oh, not out at first. Damn it. Runner scores.
And the Astros lead 1-0.
1-0 Astros.
Choice for the second half. Vega comes in to score the first run.
Men on first and third, 2 outs. Come on, Clay. Don't give up another run. Let's get the out here. Only 1 run given up. Let's keep it that way. Altuve coming up to bat.
Altuve, who struck out on a breaking ball way out of the strike zone his first time. So when you're able
Altuve 0 for 1. He struck out in the very first.
how does that affect?
Shifty, what's up, man?
Throw that pitch.
Yeah, everything's good, man. How about yourself?
A pitch you save in your back pocket when you
Everything good here.
strikeout. You know that chase, but he still has to go with the bread and butter, and that's his sinker. Got to be careful first pitch out too, Dave. Anytime you face it.
Especially in RBI situations.
Upstairs, fastball.
Upstairs for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
So as a hitter, Keith, you identify a strike out of his hand. From the hitter's eye.
Cautiously optimistic, Shifty. That's how I feel.
That's what it was.
It's a ball again. Counts 2-0. Clay is really struggling here in the second. Come on, man.
Sidearm sweeping breaking ball. It comes in at a high speed.
Paredes on deck for Houston.
Downshifts.
Counts 2-0. Here's the pitch. Strike.
Again, got it over for a strike.
Altuve was trying to do a little acting there. Counts 2-1.
Right back to the sweeper again. It's 2-1.
You want to be a big league pitcher? 2-0, you got to be able to land your breaking ball. He did there.
I think they'll have a good season. That's what I think. I think your team will be fine. I think both our teams will be fine.
Speed at first. And
Fastball upstairs. Counts 3-1.
3-1.
He keeps missing with that fastball, especially at 94 miles per hour.
This has been a
3-1 is the count.
Mr. Holmes, and look how far off the plate Altuve is.
This will be his 21st pitch of the inning. Paredes on deck. And Altuve takes a
What's up, B?
3-2.
Strike, full count.
watching spring training and thinking, why does it go to? They challenge the call. We're not.
Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Don't forget to like the stream.
Maybe next year.
Oh, thanks for telling us.
And subscribe if you want to. 2 on, 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 38 pitches from Holmes. Here it is. He got him. All right. Fastball, I think. So we're out of the second. We're going to the third. 1-0 Houston. A lot of pitches there thrown by Clay. I'll be right back. All right, coming out of commercial break. Lindor will lead off here in the third. RJ, what's up, man?
Lindor takes a change up down for 1-1. Lindor got a searing line drive to Jeremy Pena, made a leaping grab on.
Ball counts 1-0.
So,
ball inside counts 2-0.
Playing in Toronto today. Tyler O'Neill, the former Cardinal, who played Boston last year.
I don't know. It's underneath this table somewhere, B.
Ever to homer in 5 straight opening day games.
Hit. Pulled it foul, third base side. Looked like a fastball, counts 2-1.
6th straight opening day game.
Juan Soto on deck. Francisco Lindor, 4-time All-Star, 2016, 17, 18, and 19.
Keep the ball, the human muscle.
Yes.
Swing and a miss. Curveball from Valdez counts 2-2.
I'm just jealous. I did not give him that moniker.
You did?
No, I just tagged along.
Usually you're first. At the curveball at the field, Lindor at 3-2. Juan Soto on deck and then Pete Alonso. Coming.
Full count, and Lindor swings, and he's out.
Valdez gave him a steady diet.
Struck him out, 1 out.
His first strikeout of the day.
He's got good feel for it.
Damn.
On the back door,
Juan Soto coming up to bat.
Soto steps up, but he threw that breaking ball, 2 breaking balls inside. He went back door on him there. Good pitch.
Soto going to base it up the middle in his first at bat as a Met. It's the only hit for the Mets thus far. And runs up his third bunt. Third base.
Looked like Soto was going to throw up a bunt there. There's a ball, counts 1-0.
He's one of the best bunters against the shift of the game.
So that brought Paredes in a couple of steps.
Ooh, that's a ball. Apparently.
Andy Fletcher's got a tight strike zone. And The Astros outfield shaded, more than shaded.
Juan Soto is 1 for 1 today with a single in the first. Count is 2-0 right now, and 1 out. Next pitch from Valdez. Upstairs, fastball at 96, counts 3-0. Valdez is playing keep away. Highest on base PCT through age 25. Juan Soto, third place. All right, whatever, cool. That's a strike. Fastball at 95, counts 3-1. Juan Soto going to do a couple of practice swings and then use the timeout.
201 career home runs for someone that hasn't turned 26, and so he's got a chance to take the lead this year.
Well, that's what made him such a guy in the free agent. Not just that he's maybe the best hitter of his generation, but that he is only 26. And it takes a little ball.
He walked him.
Soto's reached base in his first 2 plate appearances.
Juan Soto's going to first. Here comes the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
In order to make those walks pay off, guys behind you have to cash in. But if you're Pete Alonso and you've got Lindor and Soto hitting ahead of you in the batting order, you got to think you're going to have more RBI opportunities than you've ever had.
And Vientos is going to feel the same way, too.
This will be pitch 37 from Valdez. Low. Change up low to Alonso, counts 1-0. Mark Vientos on deck, warming up.
Alonso drew a 1-3-2 pitch his first time.
Strike. Fastball. Counts 1-1.
It's not a bad approach to try to take Samuel Valdez up the middle or the other way if you're a right-handed hitter. Most of the fastballs will be running away from you. If you try to pull it, it ends up on the ground.
Low.
Down,
counts 2-1.
That's about as big a hole as you can get in the post-shift era.
That's the new trend now, playing the opposite middle infielder way up the middle.
And also, you've got the right
Count is 2-1 for Alonso. Alonso fouling back the fastball at 96, counts 2-2 for Alonso.
They want him coming in on most of the balls to right field. I just don't like giving that right side of the infield because it sets up a first and third. I don't mind when they do it when it's a left-hand hitter, because the base hit goes to left field, and left fielder can prevent the runner going to third. That is just so inviting. You know, the problem is if you do hit a ball down the right field line, so scores.
Right. So average speed at first. 2-2 Alonso.
Low. Full count. I'm off. I'm on vacation till Monday. I guess I'll make a burrito in like 2 minutes. What are you having for dinner, B? Full count here for Alonso.
His fourth full count of the game. Soto not running.
Alonso, broken bat hit, infield. Out at second. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Are the Mets not challenging?
We'll see if the Mets challenge it.
I think he beat it. Just whether his foot was in the air.
No, they're not challenging it. He's out.
But I tell you what an aggressive play by Perez. A lot of times he makes the slide, the foot ends up in the air, not on the base.
Why don't you get some Agobi, bro?
Oh, boy. They beat him.
I thought. Here's the replay. It looks like he beat it out.
Gutty play right there.
I think he beat that out, but.
So Alonso now at first with 2 down, and here is Vientos. Rounded out to short his first time up, and what do we got?
Oh, snap. Ridge Knowles. A $5 donation. That's so nice of you, man.
Great matchup. Valdez against
What's going on, man?
Vientos, as you know.
Thank you so much.
Named Slacky V. Well, Valdez's nickname is La Grasa, which in Spanish in the Dominican Republic is basically swaggy.
Oh,
So you got swaggy versus swaggy. Okay.
Super kind of you, Ridge.
Swaggy.
I always thought Russell was.
All right, so they said Soto is out, and then the strike is thrown to Vientos. Counts 0-1.
Kind of stylish, swaggy.
You are amazing.
Shout out to Ridge.
Kind of like big drip.
Oh, okay.
Swing and a miss.
This is a curveball.
Curveball counts 0-2 for Vientos. Vientos steps out of the box.
Different meanings, but
You know the closest thing to big drip in this booth, I'm telling you. Keep an eye.
Sounds like they're playing in the stadium for who the bell tolls. Here's the 0-2. Hit to third. Out at first. And we're going to bottom of the third. 1-0 Houston Astros. Astros up after this break. My burrito ready? Way! Should be coming out of commercial break any second. But here we go.
But there's no streaming of SNY now on the MLB app. Scan the code to download the MLB app. Your new streaming home for SNY. Paredes leads off against Clay Holmes in the bottom.
Paredes leads off, takes the ball, counts 1-0.
You saw that shot of the Mets fans. Tons of Mets fans said, come down here. Come to my plane.
That's low, counts 2-0.
It was basically full of business.
Remarkable.
Holmes has 41 pitches thus far.
The Mets had their best attendance ever. It's one of the 3 best attended games
That's
in the
gonna
history of that stadium.
Bounce away ball.
Enthusiasm is palpable.
106.
Counts 3-0.
During spring training. We've got more than a few marquee players. I would pay to watch.
It was a magical year last year with the addition of Soto. Interest has never been higher. As a 4-pitch walk to Paredes leading off the
Yeah, he walked him.
third walking run by Holmes in 2 innings plus. He has not been quite as sharp as he was throughout spring training, and now he's got to face Rodon Alvarez in the man home.
I feel you, B. Alvarez, the DH, was walked earlier, coming up to bat for Houston now.
Things change when you're playing these real games.
Playing real games against real players in real ballparks, and they count.
And they really try.
Alvarez walked his first time up.
Strike.
He lays off the cutter and takes a strike.
That was the cutter from Holmes. Counts 0-1.
Alvarez.
When you guys get a chance, please give this stream a thumbs up.
Exclusively DH this year. Played a lot in the outfield.
Alvarez was the 2019 AL Rookie of the Year.
But they want to keep him healthy. Another
Cutter inside, counts 1-1 for Alvarez.
In today's game with all the strikeouts, so many guys striking out over 100 times. Alvarez at 308, 35 home runs, only struck out 95 times.
Swing and a miss, counts 1-2. That's a changeup from Clay Holmes.
That's a huge pitch for him.
And he hasn't used it in his first 3 innings. That's the first one that's been effective. He needs to throw that more, especially against Alvarez. The kick change that he learned from Luke Weaver to replace him as the closer.
That's
I mean,
low.
It has almost the same movement profile.
Counts
as the
2-2.
sinker, but it's just 6 or 7 miles an hour slower.
The velocity drop in the kick change is why you throw the pitch. It's a sinking changeup, and it has good bite. And he's throwing it because this is the only left-hander in the lineup.
Christian Walker on deck. Redis at first, nobody on. And the backdoor breaking ball.
Backdoor breaking ball, got him with the out. K'd up, one away.
He came back over the outside corner, and Holmes has his third strikeout.
This is a big league pitch. This gets anyone who ever played the game as a strikeout victim on that pitch. Absolutely. Unless you're looking for it. How are you going to look for it in 2 strikes?
1 out and 1 on. Now Walker, who lined out to short his first time up. Walker's first at bat against Major League competition since March 2nd. He's now with an oblique injury. They sent him to play in
Oh, counts 1-0.
7 at bats there.
Counts 1-0.
And he made a pull of his first time up.
He had the same injury last season with the Diamondbacks.
Next
in his
pitch.
3 games.
He's the only hitter in the lineup for the Astros today with a home run against Holmes in his career.
That's a strike.
Sweeper.
Sweeper, said Gary Cohen. Counts 1-1. Oh! What are you doing?
It's an interesting move by the Astros to sign Walker to a 3-year deal.
Stop on the floor, man.
That's it hard.
Hit! And that's going to be a base hit. Damn it, 2-1.
The Astros have their second hit.
Men on first and second with 1 out for the Astros.
Well, he walks the front shoulder. That's how you hit the breaking ball, and it's a hanger. Ball hit too hard. Oh, it came up a little bit, see?
So the building is a little treacherous right now for Clay Holmes. He faces Yonder Diaz, a fly deep to center his first time up. Raiders at second, Walker at first. Talking about Walker and the fact they signed him for 3 years, there was so much conversation about Pete Alonso and the way
Hit. And that's a base hit.
The Raiders to third is being waved around. The throw play by Taylor is cut off, and it's 2-0 for Houston.
Houston just scored.
Drove 84 runs last year.
2-0 Houston, men on first and second with 1 out. Holmes continuing to struggle.
I wanted to get the sinker inside and lift it out over the inner half. Not a strong throw at home. That ball was dying. A wise choice by Alonso to cut it off. Jacob, the third base coach, didn't hesitate setting for Raiders.
Diaz is an excellent offensive player, and he shows it there. 4 base hits in this game, and they've all been on the ground.
Jeremy Pena, who got hit on the hand by a pitch his first time up.
Hit, foul for Pena, counts on 1.
In fact, the 2 runs that they scored was the hit by pitch of Pena and the walk to lead off this inning.
Pena had a spectacular rookie season. Wound up being named MVP of both the League Championship Series and the World Series as a rookie. The last 2 years haven't gone quite so well.
Hit.
Drop ball to short.
Gezion at second. Oh, it's a bad throw at first. What the fuck? 3-0 Astros. Bro, get this dude off the mound. I apologize for cussing, guys. I know it's only game 1 of the season. Get this fucking guy off the mound. Excuse me. 3-0 Houston.
It's a tailor-made double play, perfect feed.
He just hung on to the ball too far.
This dude fucking sucks.
So it's a fielder's choice. No RBI. The run scores, and Pena goes to second on the error by Acuna. So now 3-0 Houston.
3-0 Houston, man on second, 2 outs.
You saw in the major leagues and got base into right field his first time up.
Cam Smith up at bat. This is pitch 55 from play. Strike.
Takes a sweeper for a strike.
Sweeper counts 0-1.
I feel like Acuna really misread that play. He came flying across the bag to make that throw. He did not have to do that. He could have set himself to throw a strike.
Yep, it was a tailor-made that play. And it wasn't like the runner Diaz was bearing down on him either.
Hit.
This one tucked on the ground is short.
Lindor to first. Off balance, but got the out. We're going to the fourth, but it's 3-0 Houston. Damage has been done. Damn, man. Gotta get some runs.
As we go to the fourth inning, 3-0 Houston. That's about base runners in all 3 innings against Framber Valdez. But they've left 4 on base in the 3 innings. Valdez misses with a sinker.
Valdez throws a low sinker to Nimmo. Counts 1-0. Nimmo 0 for 1. He was lined out in the very first.
Starting to get frustrated. Our home plate umpire Fletcher. He's got a tight strike zone.
Strike. Look like a fastball.
He made only 1 error last year in 90 innings in the big leagues. But
it's Mike Sarbaugh, the infield third base coach and infield instructor.
Swing and a miss. Counts 1 and 2.
to Nimmo with Marte and Taylor to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure Sarbaugh was just saying, look, you got to know what the situation is and stand in there and make sure you make a solid throw. No reason to come flying across the bag in that spot.
You also have to know that
Counts 2 and 2.
He has good speed, but he has a huge swing. And when you get jammed and you have a huge swing, it takes you a long time to get the first.
Fights one off.
Boy, you got jammed in there. That's
Foul. Counts 2 and 2.
in the bat. In the bat.
Jammed with a left-on-left changeup. It's an interesting spot there.
It's a good pitch. I'm surprised more pitchers don't use it.
Swing and a miss. Got him. Curveball. He's out. Went away.
Strikeout. Fans Nimmo to start the fourth.
watch the motion of Valdez. Just kind of
One down, 2 to go.
Really, he's have to push off. He doesn't. He is so strong that he really just throws mostly with his upper body. He's a very barrel-chested pitcher, so he's strong enough to do that. Never lands that leg, just keeps it up in the air.
He's 5'11", 235 pounds. He's built like a truck. Starling Marte got hit on the ankle by a pitch his first time up, and he pulls one toward the hole. Nice.
Pull towards the hole at third, over to first. Marte's out. 2 outs.
Reyes has had himself a nice couple of plays
Jesus
at third
Christ.
base already in this game.
Could not get anything going here on offense for the Mets.
Oh, wow. Nice play.
Tyrone Taylor 0 for 1, line out in the
The
second.
pitcher in this game has yet posted a 1-2-3 inning. Valdez has a chance to do that now after being staked to a 3-0 lead. Tyrone Taylor steps in, lined out to left his first trip.
Strike.
Strike, nothing and 1.
Counts 0 1.
I was telling you guys in between innings, one of these pitchers is going to have to settle in. Valdez looks like he's the first here in this inning.
Yeah, but once you settle in, how much longer can you settle? There you go.
Strike. Fastball at 97. Counts 0 and 2.
Starting pitcher for
Jesus Christ, man.
is 97. And I don't think anybody went past 6 innings in last opening day. 0-2 coming to Taylor.
Curveball low and in. Counts 1 and 2.
76 games last year. Down in center field, down the stretch, and into the postseason. After Harrison Bader held that spot for most of the year. Now he's in the timeshare with Jose Siri.
Ooh, timeshare. I like that.
Well, it's not a platoon, they're both red-handed.
You need to get your money out of the timeshare. It's hard to get rid of those timeshares.
On top of those sneaky fees.
I think there's a 1-800 number to get people out there that have that problem.
Records.
Rounded over a third, foul ball.
Foul over by third. Counts 1 and 2.
No, I don't. Although I hear you move it. I am. Would you like to share or are you just going to keep that? Yeah. We're going to move to South Carolina.
Wow. It's going to be a Palmetto State.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
you know what palmettos look like?
Yeah. I know it's Spanish moss. Why Spanish moss?
Hit! Foul again. Third base side. Keep the count 1 and 2.
My brother. You have some extra space. Carrie and I want to take a shot down there.
Yes, you guys are more than welcome. You know, it's not as warm in South Carolina in the winter as it is in Florida.
I'm kind of looking forward to that.
The ball down to Taylor, and it's 2-2.
It's not going to be as cold, as warm as Florida, of course, but it's not going to be as cold as it is up in Connecticut where you guys are.
Look at Valdez taking a stroll behind the mound.
You can't take Fletcher anymore.
He's going to have to rush to beat the pitch clock, and he barely did. And Taylor flies one out to center field, chasing Myers.
Over towards center field. Out. 3 outs. We're going to bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Astros.
1-2-3 inning. 3-0.
Not looking good, boys. Oh, sorry, ball. Counts 1-0 for Rogers. Rogers just walked earlier.
You saw him often joking around with his teammates, and everybody was raving about the fact that just like that, he became a big part of this group. And I think that's as good a sign of any, because again, it could have very easily been, when you get a contract like that, 25-1.
And it wasn't just the fact that he bought his teammate a car.
That's right.
Didn't hurt though.
It was just a part of the package. And it was a pretty nice car, too. Well, 95 grand. Ooh, I can do it, 95 grand.
Brett's,
Buy a house in South Carolina, I wouldn't buy a car.
had you seen Brett's car before he got the $90,000 car? Grounded toward third of foul ball.
Grounded towards third. Counts 1 and
He was
2
due
for Rogers.
For a nice new ride.
Yeah, he rode that other one into the ground, didn't he?
Yeah.
Guys, when you were playing, what was the best gift you ever heard of or saw someone give for a number switch?
Gosh.
I remember when Mitch Williams came to the Phillies and John Kruk had his number 28. All Kruk asked for was a case of beer.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2.
There was no gifts from anybody.
Got him. Was that a breaking ball?
That's the fourth strikeout for Holmes. That's how the bottom of the fourth begins.
One plate on this one. Really, the speed differential got it there, not the money running on front. Steve, in those days, if a one-type player, you had his number, he just took it. And you took it and went to another number.
That's right. Jake Myers, who drove in the first run with infield ground down.
That's a foul to Myers. Counts 0-1.
Went up to him and said, "I don't know who you think you are, but you give me something. And you give me something good."
There you go. He delivered. All we got was a free dinner.
Hit.
Grounded toward the middle, Lindor can't quite get
And Lindor can't get there. Base hit.
Base hit. It's the fourth hit against Holmes. Another ground ball single.
Fourth hit against Clay Holmes.
The usual things you'll see in baseball is a left-handed
Man on first, 1 out.
left-handed hitter. As Myers gets his single up the middle. Houston's got two of them. And they both play center field. McCormick and Myers.
Dayton Jones.
Altuve coming up to bat. Altuve is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts.
Jason Lane,
Yeah.
who played here.
Also here. So now let's say Altuve, after the third time, struck out his first two against Holmes. This is a good move to first base. Quick to the plate, not easy to run on. Myers had 11 stolen bases last year, and Altuve goes after a sinker and comes up empty. That thing that's a bite on.
Swing and a miss. Counts 0-1 for Altuve.
First time, just swinging wildly at the slider. And then the second at bat, this is a pitch he usually handles, but had a lot of movement in and up.
Did he just strike him out? Oh, no. That was before. All right. Counts 0-1 for Altuve. Next pitch. Hit.
Altuve thinks
And another hit. Oh, my God. Take Clay Holmes off the mound, bro. Men on first and second now for Houston with only 1 out. This is not good.
the Astros have 2 men on.
We're at bottom of the fourth. Holmes has almost
Up the middle here.
70 pitches, and that was like the 5th hit
That ball is supposed to be knee-high. It's right
of the day against him.
Not a lot of movement. Very rarely.
We should probably get somebody going in the bullpen.
In his first 3 appearances.
Yeah, we're going to start warming up. It looks like
That's bullpen.
a couple of guys. I see Jose Buto there,
Rosado, the bullpen.
Arizano,
Clearing off the rubber, but nobody throwing as yet. Max Kranick was up and
Kranick.
walking around. I think he's nervous.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, 2 on, 1 out. Next man up, Paredes.
Team out of spring training.
Watch him hit a home run.
Team. Paredes
Strike.
is Sweeper for a
Sweeper counts 0-1.
That's the best slider he's thrown. That had some velocity and bite.
Paredes is flying out, then walked and scored a run. So it's been a couple of fine defensive plays in his Astros debut. He and Cam Smith came from the Cubs for Kyle Tucker. Tucker was a tremendous player, maybe one of the most underrated players in baseball. And the return, at least for now, looks like it was pretty good.
Counts 0-2.
There was a time when on opening day that meant you knew who was going to pitch for the Mets. It was Tom Seaver for a long time. It was Frank Gooden for a long time. Ravens lays off the sweeper. This is now the 5th year in a row that the Mets have had a different starting pitcher. 21 DeGrom. 22 it was supposed to be DeGrom, but he got hurt when Gill started. 23 was Scherzer. And then 24, because Senga got hurt, it was Jose Quintana. And now play Holmes. Slider misses away, and it's 2-2. Seaver 11. Good 8. Pretty on that list.
I never make that list. Ronnie is number 1 in the second game last season.
How many second games did you start?
I don't know, but I didn't even wear my uniform for a week that because I know I just was had no chance.
Here's the thing: is we always call day 2 of the season Ron Darling Day. But we won't even be here for the second day of the season. That's really Rodney Dangerfield Day.
It was not my day. It was Rodney Dangerfield's day. I'll never forget him throwing out the first pitch. He was hilarious. Just to look at him was funny.
No,
Full count, fouling back. Keep the count full.
Look at it's open and ready to go. You know what's interesting, guys? We came into the game talking about the expanded repertoire of Clay Holmes. But really, he's become a 2-pitch pitcher in this game. All we've seen is sinkers and sweepers.
1 or 2 changeups. That's about it. A couple of cutters. It's a breaking ball hit.
Breaking ball hit, caught. Out at second, out at first. All right, double play ball. Oh, it's bounced over there. Then out at second, out at first. All right, good. 3 outs. We're going into the 5th. 3-0 Astros. Mets have got to get something going on offense.
A tough throw to Acuna in the dirt. And Acuna had to kind of, so like Gary said,
Hey, they got the outs, though. That's what counts, right, B? Now we got to get the runs.
Acuna will lead off in the 5th.
Acuna leads off.
This is held the Mets to 1 hit over the first 4 innings.
That's down, counts 1-0.
Acuna flying to center.
Acuna 0 for 1 flew out in the second inning.
Francisco Lindor follow 8, 9, and 1 of the Mets batting order.
Tight strike zone behind the plate, Mr. Fletcher.
It's down, counts 2-0.
Phillies 1-0. They got to run the bottom of the 5th. Mackenzie Gore for the Nationals, 12 strikeouts in the first 5 innings.
Trying to outduel Zach Wheeler.
Wow.
Hit.
Ball to short, and
To short, to first, out.
Well, it was a 3-team race last year in the National League, and it's going to be a 3-team race again this year. The Phillies improved what was already the best starting rotation in the division. Rays should be healthier this year than they were last year, and the Mets, well, they got Soto.
They did. Nationals are going to be better. It doesn't mean they're going to win more games, but they're going to be better.
And they've got some good young talent. James
Torrens up at bat.
Superstar.
Ball inside and low, counts 1-0.
Outfield is tremendous. I love their outfield.
The Marlins are in a little bit of trouble.
This could be as bad a Marlins team as they've had.
And the Mets are going to have 6 games with them within the first 2 weeks of the season.
Going to take advantage of those. As Luis Torrens, he takes fastball in the corner for a strike, 1-1.
Strike, counts
The
1-1.
thing about the Marlins is who is going to get Sandy Alcantara.
Alcantara started today against Paul Skeens, and so far Alcantara's looked like his Cy Young self. By the way, Mackenzie Gore, 13 strikeouts through 6, 1 hit allowed. It's a pretty good start. Torrens puts one the other way. Coming on quickly is Smith.
Oh, Torrens got a hit. It dropped right field. He's going to go around to second. Putting on the Jets. He's safe. Torrens with a double. All right, Mets finally got something going. Sort of.
Mets have their first extra base of the day.
That's the first extra base hit of the day for my Mets. Suck it easy, Cam.
Throughout his baseball life in a new position and right. This is a tough play. If you're not playing as deep as Smith is playing, that's a can of corn. But he's playing so deep it made it a more difficult play.
So the Mets get a runner in scoring position for the first time since the first inning. And Francisco Lindor will try and chase him around. This is well off the plate with a changeup on 1. Lindor is lined out to short.
Lindor took a ball, counts 1-0. Lindor 0 for 2, line out, strikeout.
91 runs batted in last year for Francisco.
Hit.
Pulls one down to third.
He's going to be out at first.
And the throw across the diamond in time. Torrens holds at second.
Torrens holds at second, 2 outs.
So Lindor couldn't get the run in, and now Soto will try and do so with 2 out. So here's where score really matters, right? If it's a 1-run game or a tie game, then you pitch carefully. So 3-0 lead, if you're Valdez, you have to go after.
You do. You know,
Juan Soto, 1 for 1, single and a walk. How about you hit a home run?
So he was singled up the middle and walked in his first 2 plate appearances as a Met. And that one goes to the backstop, and that'll get Torrens.
That goes to the backstop. Torrens goes to the third. Oh, my God, he's out. Are you serious? He got tagged out at third.
And he goes down Torrens, not a caught stealing.
Oh, wow, he's out by a fucking leg.
That was not. Torrens kept the tag on.
Wow. That was bad. 3 outs.
Like Michael.
Clay Holmes back to the mound. Wow.
Touring musicians.
That was ridiculous. All I can say is wow. Fame, what's up, Fame? kind of dog is that? Jesus Christ. Tyler McGill tomorrow for us, and then Canning on Saturday. All right, bottom of the fifth, 3-0 Houston.
Home fifth inning, Jordan Alvarez leads off against Clay Holmes.
Alvarez leads off. Holmes about to throw a pitch 74. It's a foul by the first base side. Nothing in one for Alvarez. Alvarez 0 for 1, walked earlier. He was walked in the first, teed up in the third.
Yeah. And again, this is a note that we probably would have used tomorrow if we had it tomorrow. Okay. But we are tomorrow-less. So I'm going to dip into the archives and tell you that you had 8 starts in the second game of the season.
Really?
Which is tied for the most in Major League history.
No way.
Hit, line, Acuna, Alonso, out. All right, good. One away.
Well, wait a second. You are tied with 2 guys. Okay. One of whom is in the Hall of Fame.
Nice.
The other one, pretty close.
What guys?
Tom Glavine.
Oh, very good.
He was pitched day 2 behind Maddox.
Yeah.
And Andy Pettitte.
Oh. Well, then I'll take it back.
That's pretty good, right?
Strike to Walker. Fastball looked like from Holmes.
We're all Rodney Dangerfield.
Christian Walker, who had not appeared in a game against Major League competition in more than 3 weeks, has hit 2 bullets in this game. A liner is short, a single.
Foul. Counts 0-2.
So once again, going to prove that spring training is overrated.
Right. For the veterans.
Walker spent 8 years with the Diamondbacks. After first being drafted by the Orioles back in 2012.
Counts 1-2 for Walker. That went ball.
Well, look what I found. That's what I used to say.
Oh, 2 hands. Well, you got the second hand on there.
You did. Off the heel of his gloves.
That's amazing because you're not looking at the ball, and yet you have the presence of mind to clamp that hand on once it hits the heel.
I think he felt because he had a lot of topspin that ball could come up and hit him in the face.
Right.
And you track it. You're just kind of you're assuming where it's going to bounce. Yes.
Rare changeup from Holmes. This is fouled off.
It's another thing too. Ronnie and I were down in the field before the game watching the Mets before they
2-2 count for Walker. Walker 1 for 2 today. Had a single and a run.
To watch take grounders. He takes his fielding so seriously. 2 hands, great footwork. That was impressive.
Sweeper off the plate, 3-2.
Sweeper away from the plate.
He makes. He is as fundamentally sound as any shortstop in the game. And it was great last year watching him take ground balls side by side with Jose Iglesias because Iglesias is anything but fundamentally sound. He's just got
Full count for Walker.
It's like he gets bored with the mundane. He wants to make it look special.
Glad to see Iglesias made the team in San Diego.
Foul, third base side.
Oscar Brazoban, first man up in the Mets.
Brazoban, right-hand pitcher warming up for the Mets. I don't know how I feel about
Last
that.
man taken on the team. First man up in the bullpen.
Be ready.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat from Holmes to Walker. And a breaking ball.
Nimmo catches it. Diving catch there. 2 outs.
Walker on a hanging sweeper.
I'm thinking this is going to be Holmes' last inning because he has almost 85 pitches.
You know, that's a short fence down there. 3:15 down the line. You're going to those base hits in most ballparks. There's your HSS fifth inning recap. Valdez has been sharp. 5 innings, only 2 hits. But it's the difference between the way they're playing Altuve in left field, where they're playing over in the archways, as opposed to Nimmo is playing in front of the Crawford boxes and can make that play. If Altuve's out there, that ball goes to the wall. It's a double. Diaz takes a strike. He's singled it.
Strike, counts on 1.
Well, Holmes is probably his last inning. Trying for his first 1-2-3 inning of the day.
Little low.
Just missed with that slider.
Counts 1-1 for Diaz. That was the slider that missed from Clay Holmes.
It's been a tight strike zone on both sides from Andy Fletcher today. Holmes threw 88 pitches in his last spring start. A lot of breaking balls here.
That's a ball. Counts 2-1.
On there if he's needed. Jeremy Pena would be next.
Whoa, that almost hit him. Counts 3-1.
3-1. I would think this could be his last batter if Diaz gets on. And if you're Danny Young in the Mets bullpen, the thing you have to worry about is Jordan Alvarez. That's right. Nobody else in this lineup you're ever going to face. Another slider, and that misses inside for ball 4.
Slider, he walked him, and that's going to be it for Clay Holmes.
That's going to be it for Clay.
We're going to bring in Brazoban. It's 2 on and 2 outs. Or 1 on and 2 outs, sorry. That's the correct call from Carlos. I'll be right back. If you get a chance and you haven't done it yet, please like this stream and subscribe to the channel. Here we go. Brazoban is coming to the mound. Gonna relieve Clay, maybe. I don't know.
Mets and Astros came into the National League together in 1962, but they're facing each other on opening day for the first time. Not a great day for Clay Holmes in his Mets debut, as Jeremy Pena bounces the first pitch from Westgar Brazoban foul.
Well, Brazoban in limited activity when he came over for the Mets appeared in 19 games for the Mets. ERA over 5. It is the walks that really separate him from being one of the better relievers in the Mets pen.
He's a guy who didn't get to the major leagues until he was 32 years old. now at age 35, trying to hone that control. Never 6 walks per 9 innings as a Met last year.
1-1 count, and that goes foul. Third base side counts 1-2.
Jeremy Pena had some quite a spring training. He was overshadowed by Cam Smith because he was getting all the headlines. But Pena, who had rough offensive years the last 2 seasons, hit .475 in spring training.
I think he has something to prove offensively. He knows that. Son of Geronimo Pena, big leaguer.
He has it first with 2 down. So Holmes threw 89 pitches over 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs so far. 2 of the
1-2 count.
Walks, 4 strikeouts to hit batsmen. Just not as
For
sharp
Pena.
as he was for all of his.
Throw to first, not in time for the pickoff. DST safe on
It
first.
looked so easy in spring training. It was just the opposite. So
I think what will be interesting to hear is, and maybe it's just because it's such a right-hand dominant lineup, why he didn't throw his changeup.
Popped up. This is playable at right field. Soto tracking. And Soto with the out. We are going to the 6th. Mets will be up after this. Still 3-0 Houston. I would like the Mets to at least get on the board here, man. But Mets memories. What do we got? Game 3. Alonso hitting that home run.
Pretty well hit. Free went back at the wall. He jumps and stops. He did it. He did it. Pete Alonso with the most memorable home run of his career. Pumps as fast as he rounds second. That's a 3-run homer. He's giving the Mets a 3-2 lead. They all pour out of the dugout. Alonso on his way to home plate. They're waiting for him. He hits the plate. He is first congratulated by Nemo. Hook on the door. Pete Alonso keeps this fairy tale season going with the fairy tale swing of his career.
Great ball, but a fabulous call by Howie.
Oh, what a call by Howie.
And the chef's kiss.
The chef's kiss. And the thing I remember is that they ended up on the plane ride home playing that. And Howie went back and gave a hug to Pete, and the whole plane erupted in applause for the great Howie Rose.
And, guys, I talked to Pete about that moment in spring training, and he said that it was Howie's call that still gives him goosebumps and chills, that when he would watch this offseason, he was so focused on Howie's call. I thought it was also interesting, though, that he said during the offseason he got a little sad about it as well because he realized that it was also Bob Uecker's final game and essentially his big final call. And for Pete Alonso, the recognition,
all right, here we go.
He's glad it happened, but that he was the reason that was Uecker's final game.
Soto, ball, counts 1-0.
This Uecker going to Milwaukee without Bob Uecker.
Soto 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. Base hit in the first. Walk in the
third on a potential wild pitch in the 5th, so he leads off.
Next pitch to Soto. That's in for a strike. It just got in. I agree with that. Counts 1-1. Soto's asking the umpire. He's not arguing. He's just asking him. That was pitch 71 from Valdez, by the way. And in case if you guys are wondering, I am streaming the game tomorrow as well. Here's the 1-1 for Juan Soto. Popped up. It's playable. Shallow left field. And he's out. Altuve with the out. One away.
Altuve's been very aggressive out there. He wants that baseball.
Sure does. I mean, he
Damn.
had some problems in spring on balls that he got to but dropped. And that's some problems in spring on balls that he got to but dropped. And that's, it's much of concentration, a comfortability thing is everything.
I think he welcomed
Altuve,
because he was happy. You see that
career games by position, second base 1,766, and then all the other ones don't come close. Alonso up at bat, hit right field. That's gonna drop for a base hit. That was the fastball from Valdez, by the way. Alonso on first with one out. Come on, guys, let's get something going here. 73 pitches from Valdez, 73.
Yeah, after being really aggressive on Torrens on that ball, eluded him when he came in, he was going to be very conservative on that stroke by Alonso. So Pete's one of the big power hitters. You got to respect Pete's power.
Yeah, but nobody plays it that deep unless it's a no double situation.
Players that are unfamiliar with their outfield position, it's easier to come in than to go back.
Nobody up is yet in the Astros bullpen.
Mark Vientos coming up to bat. He's 0 for 2 today, 2 groundouts. 6-3 in the first, 5-3 in the third.
Mark Vientos has been up twice and hit 2 ground balls to the left side, which is what Valdez does. Last year, 65% ground ball ratio, the highest in all of baseball.
That's low. Did he go? They said he went around. Strike, counts 0-1.
Why is that high? Why is it that high? Because each pitch delivers a ground ball. His curveball, that movement down produces ground ball. His changeup, you get out in front, that's a ground ball. And he sinks his fastball.
Sinker, ball.
Over at first base. Look where he's positioned. How's he going to call a bullet down the right field line third down? If it's close, I've never seen that. That positioning by the first base umpire in my playing days. Not even in Little League.
I would have to think that that's an adjustment that Major League Baseball.
Yes.
Counts 1-2 for Vientos.
I don't know whose brainchild that is.
Maybe it's to improve the calls on pickoff plays.
What about the bullet down the line? That's a tough angle for the first base umpire.
That's why they probably stand right along the line behind the bag.
So I don't get it. It's also a dangerous place for an umpire to be.
It's also where the first base coach is way.
Foul, keep the count 1-2.
Now we got more position in third. That's where the base umpires, the corner base umpires normally play.
And I'm not kidding when I say that. That's the reason why the first and third base coaches wear a helmet now, because it's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's the 1-2 to Vientos. Bounced.
I can see
Ball.
just when the pitch goes home, he shifts.
2-2 count.
But still,
Clearly there for the pickoff plays.
When he shifts, he's only 5 feet behind the bag. It's still going to be a tough call on a bullet.
To Vientos with Nimmo on deck. Still going to crack through against Robert Valdez.
Foul again, third base side, 2-2. Vientos staying alive. Valdez about to throw pitch number 80. Excuse me.
76 innings last year, over 28 starts.
Inside and low.
Sinker just missed.
Sinker at 95 miles per hour. Full count for Vientos. Fans there are booing. They don't agree with the ump's call there, but
I thought it was. Yeah, let's try to frame it.
It missed.
3-2, 1 out. Alonso at first. So to the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Vientos.
Vientos with a crappy hit. Out at second, out at first. Double play. 6-4-3 double play. We're going to bottom of the 6th. Astros will be up. And they're up 3-0. Well, I'm going to go get some tater tots while we're in commercial break.
It's gone.
3-0 Houston, Steven.
Home sixth inning, 3-0 Houston. Oscar Braziban leads off.
Razaban back on the mound for the Mets, pitching to Cam Smith. Swing and a miss, looked like a fastball. Counts 0-1. Cam Smith 1 for 2, had a single in the second and a 6-3 out in the third. Comebacker to Braziban, underhand toss to Alonso, got the out. Went away.
We saw it during that last inning. Robert Valdez clearly unhappy with Andy Fletcher's strike zone. So they iron things out.
You know what? The best umpires, they'll come over and tell Joe's body. We're just talking about it. Now, the best umpires will come over to you and say, hey, listen, I got that inside. I know you didn't want that pitch, but I've got it inside. And really can kind of diffuse the situation. That's what Andy Fletcher did there. Yep.
Brendan Rodgers has walked and struck out.
Ooh,
So you didn't handle it like Joe West was.
that's a strike. Counts 0-1 for Rodgers.
To tell you, the ball's 2 inches inside. Oh, missed by an inch.
Well, now we know, now that we have that ABS challenge system, 1.6 inches. Whatever it is.
Counts 1-1 for Rodgers.
I thought you said we're not using it.
Well, we're not if we have it all spread. I'm sure we'll have it again. Rodgers flies one out to right.
Right field. Soto tracking out. 2 outs after that fastball.
Retired all 3. Mets lost their first 8 opening day games. They won a World Series before the
Highest win percentage in season openers in franchise history.
on opening day.
Mets are 41-22.
Opening day last year, they got 1 hit.
Then the Mariners are 29-19, and the Orioles, whatever.
Through 6 innings on opening day this year. Jake Myers has an RBI. He's also singled to center.
Myers takes that fastball inside. Counts 1-0.
The only time
Myers had a single in the fourth.
On opening day was in their second season, 1963.
Swing and a miss. Counts 1-1.
Rolio threw a 2-hit shutout for the Cardinals. That was early in the season. Later in that year, Ernie Rolio would be traded from the Cardinals to the Cubs for Lou Brock.
And Lou Brock would come.
Hey. Myers, after that fastball, has a base hit. He's on first.
First base runner against Braziban.
Lou Brock would come over and spark the Cardinals and won that. It won the National. Okay, got it.
Does it count? I mean, I said his name first.
That's right.
I mean, we don't usually get the graphic in those circumstances.
Anyway, the Cardinals won the World Series in '64. Beat the the Yankees in the seventh.
So it's Altuve, who singled to center in the fourth inning, struck out his first two at bats.
Altuve up at bat. Throw over to first, not in time.
Connection between Luke Rock and the Polo Grounds, too. Being on the deep center field as the Polo Grounds.
Here we go. Pitch to Altuve. That's a ball inside for sure. Counts 1-0.
Players who ever hit the ball into the center field bleachers.
Joe Adcock, Hank Aaron. So, Adcock, two breaks. See, Eddie Matthews, Adcock, and Hank, the hammer.
Braves could always hit.
Ball. Counts 2-0.
Luke Burdett and Warren Spahn.
Yep.
World Series and went back to the World Series the next year in '58. Danny Young up in the Reds bullpen with Jordan Alvarez 2 batters away. It's Young's assignment in this series. Altuve takes a slider for a strike. It's 2-1.
We've been around long enough that we've seen Altuve change. He used to be the guy that sprayed the ball all over the field, a threat to win the
Counts 2-1 for Altuve.
It's become more of a pull hitter now late in his career.
20 home runs last year. Runner goes and it's foul.
Foul. Fastball. Counts 2-2 for Altuve.
Big cut from Altuve.
So we mentioned McKenzie.
Altuve 1 for 3 today. K in the first, K in the second, base hit in the fourth.
No walks on opening day. J.R. Richard, 1980. Thanks to great Sarah Langs for that. But word came out after 6, and then Harper and Schwarber homered against the Nats bullpen. It's 2-1 Phillies in the 8th. 2-2 to Altuve. Myers runs
Altuve swinging a miss over to second.
Safe. So he's not safe. The batter's out.
But the batter's out, so it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure what Torrens did though. It's a swinging strike.
It was a swinging strike. I don't know why. Yeah, why did Torrens throw the ball? Whatever. We're going to, where are we going to? The 7th? Top of the 7th? We're still on commercial break, guys. All right, here we go. Nimmo. Fouling back. Sinker counts 0-1. Brendan Nimmo 0 for 2 today. Line out, strikeout. L7 in the first and a K in the fourth. Brendan Nimmo's growing out a mean beard, huh?
Nimmo, Marte, and Taylor due up for the Mets.
Hit. And Nimmo has one at left center. He's got himself a base hit. He's safe on first base.
For the second time in 7 innings, the Mets have got the leadoff man on.
Taylor Scott, right-handed pitcher, warming up for the Astros.
This pitch got beat a little bit. Not really. That's just a nice hitting right there.
So it's going. Marte will try and make something happen. Marte was robbed of a hit on the diving play by Paredes in third his last time up. Hit by a pitch, his first plate appearance.
Marte looks down a strike.
It's a knee-high strike, 0-1.
Counts 0-1. Marte 0 for 1, hit by pitch in the second. He's also the DH.
One of the moves the Mets made today to prepare their opening down at Alexander Canario. They had gotten the cash deal from the Cubs in February, but he was out of options. Canario was very impressive this spring. There was at least some thought given that he might be able to make the team. Marte goes around on the curveball and strikes out.
And Marte, just like that, strikes out, went away.
Just in improving Marte, and the Mets obviously did not feel they were prepared to do that.
Canario in the Sunday game, next to the last game of spring training, grand slam, a 2-home-run game.
Well, it's the experience of Marte. Yep. Brings a lot to the table, but it's 36 versus the potential of Canario, who's only 24. Tyrone Taylor lifts one to shallow right. Cam Smith got a late start, but he'll get there.
Out at right field.
New York Mets baseball on SNY.
All right, bye. See you later, Taylor.
Bank. Opening week is presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Tunnel to Towers, donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. By HSS, world's #1 orthopedics and the official hospital of the New York Mets. And by Nissan, savings have sprung at the Nissan Now sales event. 2 out, Demos still at first. Now let's try to get through 7 scoreless on opening day. And he throws first pitch curveball for a strike to Luis Angel Acuna.
Strike, counts 0-1.
And he was flying to center and grounded to short 0 for 2. This is not a place where the Mets have had much success. Mets have lost 10 of their last 11 games in this ballpark since 2012. That's 1 win in 13 years. Of course, the Astros have been pretty good most of that time. Back to a breaking ball, got him.
I looked down and I looked up, and Acuna just struck out. We're going to bottom of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time. 3-0 Houston. Then we're going back to a commercial break. All right, here we go.
Your PNC Bank slow moments as a sweeper that kept sweeping. We got Jose Altuve back in the first inning. Torres out at third, trying to advance on a wild pitch. Cam Smith, the base hit his first big league at bat on the first pitch he saw for the 22-year-old. And how about the pick by Mark Vientos that started a 3-pick double play? So, 7-minute stretch time. Little Tiger, little fans up and stretching.
Yeah, good time, game time for those little guys. 3:10 here locally. Start.
9 games the next 2 nights. We will rejoin you Monday for Miami. 2 night games and a twilight game.
Twilight.
3 games at 4:40.
SpaceX.
Contact.
We've got a problem. Old Astro uniform. That's the 80s uniform. Right? They were hideous.
Team that was known as the Houston Colts 45s at their inception. Changed their name when the late, not invented Astrodome came into use.
And LBJ moved the Space Center to Houston from Cape Kennedy.
Pitch is low, counts 1-0. That's Paredes up at bat.
In Florida.
Oscar Brosbon's already worked an inning in the third. He's going to continue.
What's up, Lane?
At least to start the 7th.
Don't forget to like the stream,
Danny
Lane.
Young to
And if
pitch
you
to
did,
Alvarez
thank
is
you.
on deck.
That's a ball again, counts 2-0.
That's 1-1. Ready to sit down. Double play ball the third his last time up. He's also flat out of the walk.
Hit, foul, fastball at 97. Foul went on the third base side. Count 22. Abreu is warming up in the bullpen of the Astros. I don't know, Lane. Doesn't look like it. Counts 2-1. Counts 3-1.
I believe it's 3-1 here. It's on the board. The second pitch, he called the ball, even though it was a strike.
Swing and a miss.
You must be right. Yes, now it's
Full count.
3-2.
I like Brosbon with that little cutter that comes off his sinking fastball as well. Save that changeup when he needs it. Brosbon's got good stuff. He just pour it down the strike zone. It's got good movement. Throws hard. It's got that changeup.
Change up on the first 3-2 pitch.
Full count and foul tip. He's out.
So there's the second strikeout for Brosbon.
All right, Brosbon got his second K of the day. One away.
Stops mid tracks and runs in on Paredes underneath his bat. He's a high ball hitter. He countered with the changeup.
With Paredes retired, they're going to stick with
Those aren't new uniforms, the ones that they're wearing right now, Lane. That's a ball. Counts 1-0. DH Alvarez, he's 0 for 2 today. Walked in the first, K in the third, 4-3 in the fifth. And that's low, counts 2-0.
2-0. Clay Holmes went the first 4 2/3, allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 5 hits in his Mets debut.
Cutter low, almost hit him in the foot. Counts 3-0.
His feet.
Fans there will boo.
Alvarez has hit at least 31 home runs 4 consecutive years. Last year had a 959 OPS for the season. He is one of the legit sluggers in the game.
Swing and a miss.
3-0 cutter. Big cut.
The cutter counts 3-1.
That's the pitch you want to be swinging.
But he threw one at his feet, so he was mad and he wanted down at the counter with a long one.
A good cutter. Spotted in his second year with the Astros.
Swing and a miss. Change up. Low. Got him to swing. Full count.
Dusty Baker won a World Series and then
Danny Young is warming up for the Mets. Left-handed pitcher.
Young is back up. For who else he would face other than Alvarez. Although Danny's done a better job this spring against the Raggies.
He walked him.
So Razabani is his first.
Hefner to the mound.
And Jeremy Hefner will come out.
Shit.
Postseason 8 straight years.
Please subscribe to my channel. Please like this stream when you get a chance.
Division titles in that span. Went to 7 straight American League Championship Series before they lost in the wild card round to the Tigers last year. 2 World Series titles, one tainted, the other not. And Craig Biggio and Jeff Bagwell, 2 of the greatest players in Astros history, sitting side by side.
Both Hall of Famers.
Sort of breaking the action, meeting of the minds on the
I
mound.
believe that gets him to the Hall of Fame. World Series manager from one accommodation with his search.
All right, we should be resuming any second.
I always thought he did.
Christian Walker 1 for 3, single and a run. Had the single in the third inning.
4 or 5, right?
4 or 5,
The
yeah.
Reds, the Giants,
Cubs, everywhere he's been.
Houston, Washington.
And yes, I am streaming tomorrow night. I'm streaming the Mets game tomorrow night as well. Counts 0-1, fastball from Brazaban at 98 miles per hour.
Bullets in this game. 2 lineouts and a single to left. He scored a run in his Astros debut.
Hit, bounce to third, out at second, not out at first. They cannot get that double play ball with Acuna, huh?
It's such a cannon of an arm that he can trust himself to get
2 outs, man on first for the Astros. What do we got here? Dusty Baker, 2022 World Series champion. Most regular season games managed prior to first World Series title.
Yes.
3,884. Only manager to make the postseason with 5 different teams. Okay, cool. Hit. Foul down the third baseline. Counts on 1.
Diaz singled in a run at the third, walked in the fifth.
Diaz 1 for 2, single walk and an RBI. Walk from the 5th. And a base hit in the 3rd for Diaz.
It's definitely a different looking Houston lineup with no Alex Bregman and no Powell Tucker.
0-1 count. Here's the next pitch. Throw to first, not in time for the pickoff.
The question is, can guys like Yonder Diaz and Jeremy Pena, younger players, take the next step up?
That and in the addition of Walker, the free agent, and the young Cam Smith. Do they make a difference?
I mean, Smith is a great story.
Here's the 0-1.
Maybe he
Popped up. Playable. Oh, dear Lord. Warning track, left field, out. All right, cool. Good job, Nemo. All right, we're going to the 8th. It's 3-0 Houston.
7 in Houston on opening day.
I think Tyler McGill.
78 appearances last year.
Abreu on the mound, pitching to Jesse Winker.
100 strikeout seasons.
Winker hitting for
Winker sloppy hit
pitch on the ground to second.
to second, and Winker out at first, one away.
Abreu with the eighth inning. Winker looking to get something started by attacking.
Well, one away. It's not what we wanted there from Winker.
There's 5 more outs to play with.
Lindor. 0 for 3 today. Line out, strikeout, ground out. Jesus,
7 runs,
Lindor.
4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. It's the 4th time that an Astros pitcher has thrown at least 7 scoreless innings on opening day. Last was Dallas Keuchel in 2015. Fastball strike. Nathan Senger set to make his major league debut with Torrens leaving for a pinch hitter.
Hayden's going to come in at catcher for the Mets. Going to make his MLB debut. Counts 0-1 for Lindor. Next pitch.
Lindor 0 for 3 today.
Upstairs and away. Fastball at 97 from Abreu. Counts 1-1 for Lindor.
Basically a 2-pitch guy, 4-seam fastballs and sliders. Slider there, and Lindor fouled it off.
Good cut from Francisco. Quite a mountain presence Abreu has. I don't know if you can tell on the TV, but he is a big man.
150 appearances over the last 2 years, the most of any reliever in the major leagues. Sells that fastball high, and it's 2-2.
Fastball high, counts 2-2.
100 strikeout seasons. Only 2 other Astros pitchers have done that out of the pen. Octavio Dotel and Brad Lidge.
Moore spends his time out. Juan Soto waits on deck. Lindor trying to get a board for him. Flies with
Foul. Third base side. Keep the count 2-2 for Lindor.
That's had their best scoring opportunity in the first inning. After Lindor lined out, Soto singled Alonso walk, but Vientos grounded out, then on fly out. And the Mets have only had 1 runner in scoring position since. 2-2 from Abreu, and we got a clock violation against Abreu. That makes it ball 3.
Clock violation against Abreu, make it a full count now for Francisco Lindor.
Violation of the year for the pitch clock. That makes it 3-2 to Lindor.
Yes, guys, I'll be streaming tomorrow's game. Swing and a miss from Lindor, 2 outs. Slider got him.
The first 2 in the 8th.
If he threw him one to hit, he missed it. And this one was disaster.
Damn it, man.
So now
Soto coming up to bat.
Bats against Brad Abreu. One's got 1 for 2 and a walk in his Mets debut. Singled up the middle in the first, walked in the third, flat out in the
Soto,
sixth.
1 for 2, single and a walk.
Just 4 hits today, and they've got only 4 outs left to go.
That's low.
Pitch slider misses for ball 1.
Slider low, ball counts 1-0.
All right, the Mets will have Tyler McGill on the mound against Hunter Brown in Game 2 of the season. A weird changeup from Abreu. Throw that pitch much.
You make up pitches when you have to face Soto.
And he sells a fastball at 99. It's 3-0. Pete Alonso waits on deck. Expect high-speed hitting today. Christian Walker, after not appearing in a game for 3.5 weeks, got the 2 hardest hit balls of the day. Welcome to opening day where nothing else matters. Here's ball 4, so
Soto just got walked. He's on first.
Today. That's a draw with 3 walks today. Soto has 2 of them. And so Alonso will come up with a man on and 2 out. Pete has walked and singled today, 1 for 2. It's being some kind of a big hit. It's 2 lefties up in the bullpen, Danny Young and A.J. Minter. Who comes in will probably depend on the score. 3-0 down, maybe Young. If the Mets can get a little closer, maybe Minter. Minter was not a guarantee to make it to opening day coming off hip surgery, but he pitched 2 of the last 3 spring games and looked good. This is up and away to Alonso, 1-1. He has struck out.
Sorry, up and away to Alonso counts 1-1. Low.
Slider down.
Sliders down, counts 2-1 for Alonso.
Same situation. That's Josh.
I'm sure I'll be doing that game next Friday,
I
Lane.
want to give free passes.
I'm sure I'll be here.
Vientos would be next. Alonso can get on. Vientos should be the tying run.
That's a strike, 2-2 count. Come on, Alonso. Come on, dude. Damn, it's 6:30 already.
Soda first with 2 down. 2-2 coming.
Upstairs.
High and a full count.
Fastball at 98. Upstairs, full count for Alonso.
So Soto, and now a full count to Alonso.
Well, I feel like with a Brady, if you get the 2-2 fastball, it's almost automatic you're going to get the 3-2 slider. But let's see.
Meeting of the minds on the mound, real quick.
His catcher called timeout there to speak to his pitcher. Maybe give him a break.
I have no idea, Lane.
Another slider around. Yeah, I like the fastball, and I think Pete is going to be protecting the plate. I'll go with the slider.
Okay. Pete is at 226 home runs. He's never hit one on opening day. Soto gets set to run. And Alonso takes the slider for ball 4, and the Mets get the tying run.
Oh, shit, Alonso gets that slider called ball. So Soto to second, Alonso to first. Tying run coming up the bat. It's Vientos. Ooh.
This is a lot of guts to take this one.
Is the right side.
I think we're lucky you don't have the ABS system.
Mark Vientos 0 for 3.
But with that arm action of his, that got swept right across the plate.
Well, Vientos had 3 ground balls against Framber Valdez, one of them into a double play. Now he faces the hard-throwing Abreu. 2 on, 2 out. Slider bounce foul.
Slider, foul. Counts 0-1.
Vientos lived through these moments last year. 27 home runs during the regular season, 5 more in the postseason. No moment felt too big for him. Vientos chases a slider, now he's down to the counter at 2.
He felt like Vientos got the best stuff from Valdez, the most concentration, and 2 nasty pitches here to start just like that from Abreu.
Isn't that part of the software, Jake?
Yes, it is. They pay attention. I'm just trying to ball breaking balls.
Oh, 2 coming. Laid off that slider. 1-2. Saw last year Vientos' ability to use the middle of the ballpark on those breaking balls away. And that one bounces away from Diaz.
That's going to bounce away. Runners are going to advance to second and third.
So a wild pitch.
All right, 2 in scoring position for the Mets with 2 outs, 2 balls, and 2 strikes for Vientos.
Not a lot of. When they're on one knee, how do you move? You're trying to backhand. You at least have to try to block that with your body. But
I don't know what rough and round. What the fuck is rough and round?
It came up so far.
Yes, I just don't like the fact that it's one knee, which is brand new in vogue now.
Rough and rowdy lingo.
Soto at third,
2-2 count.
2 down. 2-2 coming to Vientos.
And Vientos fouled that back.
It's almost like the Braves got orders. No fastballs to Vientos. Steady diet of sliders. You better be careful. Yeah, you should be careful because Vientos was on that one.
2-2. Fastball away. First fastball.
Ball on the outside. Full count for Vientos.
Vientos with Nimmo on deck. Just missed.
And Nimmo's on deck. Fans there will boo. They don't like the call.
In this eighth inning. Got the first 2 hitters out with 2 straight walks and now a full count to Vientos.
He walks them, bases loaded. Go ahead run is coming up to bat. It's Nimmo. Tying runs on base. Go ahead run coming up to bat. We'll see if Nimmo can make something happen here.
Tyler Scott observing from the bullpen. One of the 2 pitching coaches for the Astros, Joshua Miller, will go out to the mound.
And everybody's going to come to the mound to talk to him, Brave.
3 straight batters after there were 2 out.
I'm surprised that Hader's not up to face Nimmo here to try to get the 4-out save, but he's not usually used like that. So they're going to stick with Abreu, who's been their Iron Man.
Well, he'll be facing Brandon Nimmo, who's had 2 career at-bats
All right.
against Abreu.
So let's see what happens here.
This is the third, just checking out the card.
This is the first time that I felt in this game advantage Mets.
Nimmo hit a base hit to left center his last time up, 1 for 3 on the day. 90 runs batted in last year. Remember how productive he was early in the season out of the leadoff spot before they moved Lindor there. Now he's got a chance with the bases loaded and 2 out. And the Mets down 3-0 in the 8th. And Nimmo gets a first base.
Nimmo gets a hit here, and he's out. What a fucking waste.
And that retires the side. Abreu gets through it after walking 3, still 3-0.
This is the Emirates pulling up on the seat.
That was a waste. Should be coming out of commercial break any second. Here we go.
The back door slider misses for ball 1.
Ball counts 1-0. Danny Young, 42 games last season, ERA 4.54.
Started throwing a little bit of a cutter this spring that he hoped would help him against the righties.
You know, he kind of slings it up there from the side. That makes it very difficult to throw an effective cutter. But it would be a great pitch for him.
So David Senger making his major league debut catching after Luis Torrens left for a pinch hitter. Maybe time to quit that job at Whole Foods. No more stocking shelves. Not when you're on the big league pension.
Counts 2-1 for Pena.
Great soldier in the minor leagues for the Mets and not getting the opportunity to be on a big league roster for the first time. Nice slider in for a strike, and it's 2-2 to Pena. Last year, the lefties have 527 OPS against Danny Young. The righties 738, so a huge split. The slider fouled off. Pena, not only the World Series MVP, but also the LCS MVP, which Leon Hernandez accomplished as well as a rookie in '97.
What's the count? 2-2? 2-2 for Pena. Next pitch. Hit. And that goes up center field. Runner on first for Houston. Houston, we have a problem.
Pena has his first hit of the season, lead off 7-1 bottom of the 8th.
Just gets his glove up in time. This was a little scary, but off to the side. Pena with 20 bags last year, so this is a good time for them to play a little running game for the Astros.
Chas McCormick batting for the first time.
All right, McCormick checking in. He played 94 games last season. 211 average, 5 homers, 27 RBIs, 576 OPS.
They're not going to find.
Oh, jeez. With the 4 leaders?
Bunt. That's going to shift the runner to second. Out at first, runners on second. 1 out.
5-3 on the sacrifice with Mateo out to second. Now Brendan Rodgers will try and get him. Comes up by Wastar Bronzabon. Yes. Got 7 outs for the Mets after Clay Holmes went just 4 2/3. Bronzabon, no runs and 1 hit. Walk 2 strikeouts over 2 1/3. Rodgers 0 for 2 and a walk today. Pops on up and foul ground. Alonso will watch it sell on play. 0-1.
Rodgers a much better hitter against lefties than righties.
Counts 0-1 for Rodgers. Rodgers.
Pick of the draft. Robert Rockies back in 2015. Just never really happened for him. That 1 year he won the Golden Glove, but never a great offensive player. That ball triples away from center, but not far enough away from the runner. In the ninth, the Mets will have Marte, Taylor, and Acuna duo against Josh Hader.
That's the 0-2, and then that pitch is low. Counts 1-2.
To Milwaukee. They have not lost back-to-back season openers since 1999 and 2000. Quarter century ago.
Pretty good years.
99, they lost it.
Hit. Foul.
Rodgers strikes out for the second half.
Oh, he struck him out. My
And then
bad.
in 2000, they opened the season
2 outs.
in Tokyo against the Cubs and lost the opener. It's the only time they've lost back-to-back opening days since it's a total age of opening day start to begin the franchise. Here's Jake Myers, who has 2 of the 7 hits.
Myers coming up to bat.
The 9 spot. He's also driven on a run. And he takes a slider for a strike.
Slider, strike. Counts 0-1.
So I haven't seen anything different from Young. It's all sinkers and sliders.
That's what he is.
Has to handle the right-hand batters, and so far, so
That's a
good.
ball. Counts
I
1-1.
think part of the problem for Young last year is that he would get ahead of the right-handers. But how many right-handers?
Giants win 6-4. Congratulations there, Shifty.
Slider.
I'm glad your team got a dub. It doesn't look like mine is.
Myers
Myers hit. Lindor to first, out.
gets it by a stride to retire the side.
So the Mets' last hoorah is coming up next after this commercial break. Ugh.
Wild as I had.
Just overcome with emotion because his mom, raised by a single mom, and she was the person responsible for driving.
All right, top of the ninth. The Mets have these last 3 outs to make something happen.
I was gratitude. I'm happy I made the team because I made it for my mom.
He was not even on the radar when spring training began. They knew they had a prospect. But he had such a good spring. He made it impossible for them to leave him behind. You can see how overcome he was. Smile today.
Shit.
Josh
Josh Hader. Career versus the Mets in 13 games. Look at his ERA. 1.06.
Josh Hader.
What do you have? 8 out of 9 saves? Regular season and postseason?
Any reliever, 34 saves last year for the Astros.
Starting Marte leads off at the top of the ninth for New York. Marte has been hit by a pitch, grounded out, and struck out.
Marte takes a strike. Looked like a slider, counts 0-1. Marte's the DH today, 0 for 2, hit by pitch in the second, but he was K'd up in the seventh.
Second year with the Padres after half a dozen years in Milwaukee and a stop in San Diego.
Hit, foul.
Was the case.
Third base side, counts 0-2.
Late in his Padres and early in his Brewers and early in his Padres tenure, they will go more than an inning with Hader. When he was approaching free agency, he basically said, I am not pitching more than an inning at a time. Now they got his money? Yeah, that was willing to do it.
Foul, counts 1-2. Foul and back. Foul and back there from Marte.
He's got good stuff. He throws hard and good slider. But he turns his entire back to you when you just see his number. And I think that's got to make it hard to pick up the baseball.
It's got to be.
Here's the 0-2.
To the experience of facing Mitch Williams.
Marte with a hit, finds the hole, rolls up left field to Altuve. And that's with 1 on and no outs.
Marte able to hook one through the hole at the Mets on life for the ninth.
Slider didn't really do much.
I'll be streaming tomorrow night as well, guys. So if you're around, come say hi.
So the Mets with just their 5th hit of the afternoon.
Tyrone Taylor, 0 for 3 today. Line out and 2 flyouts.
Tyrone
Let's
Taylor
see.
matters on 0 for 3.
That's upstairs. High fastball counts 1-0.
Hader, former teammate of Taylor's in Milwaukee.
Got plans tomorrow night? Yankees win. 4-2 the final. Good for the Yankees.
That's great. Well, we're not covering the NCAA tournament anymore? No. Come on.
Is that going on?
I hear it.
Here's the 1-1.
16 tonight.
Swing and a miss. Fastball at 96. Counts 1-2 for Taylor.
We saw Acuna on deck, and then Hayden Sanger. That's still not, we'll say, Siri is a right-hand hitter, but they don't have any more catchers. So Sanger's going to have to bat if it gets him. Swing a foul back, and it's 1-2. And now for Torrens in the 8th inning.
Thank you, RJ. Counts 1-2 for Taylor after that foul. Sanger is waiting to come up to bat.
He had number 98 in spring training. He's got a better number now. And Josh Colby's old number.
Hit Taylor. That's going to drop. Tying run's going to come up to base.
Another slider.
All right. Mets have men on first and second. No outs.
And now the Mets.
Tying run coming up to bat.
Get the tying run to bat.
Hayden
just spun up there. No break on that.
It's got a little interesting. We'll see what happens.
That's her business. You've got Sanger in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, this is a huge at bat here for Acuna with Sanger.
Oh, excuse me. Acuna then Sanger. I'm sorry. Acuna then Sanger. Sanger was in the hole that last showing. Swing and a miss from Acuna. Fastball at 96. Counts 0-1. Acuna 0 for 3. Fly out, ground out, strikeout. He was K'd up in the 7th inning. 0-1 for Acuna.
3 home runs and just 39 at bats in his cameo late last season.
Foul. Counts 0-2. 97-mile-per-hour fastball from Hayden.
Catch in his slider, and I'm just going to go with my raw beat here. If he does throw, he's going to try.
Sanger on deck now.
For a strike. He's also throwing a little harder.
Taking a deep breath.
First change.
Big moment for the kid.
0-2 coming.
Acuna pop up, foul and back, fastball at 96. That was pitch number 12 from Hader.
Yes.
Whole Foods to whole shebang. 0-2 to Acuna.
Foul and back.
He's getting good rips. He doesn't get cheated, Gary. Swing reminds you so much of his brothers. He doesn't have the power that Ronald has, but he's got a very similar swing. Marte at second, Taylor at first with nobody out. Mets down 3-0 in the ninth.
Upstairs, fastball at 96, counts 1-2 for Acuna.
He struggled most of the year for Acuna in AAA last year at 654 OPS, but when lights were shining and the Mets needed a pennant drive, the ball was hurt. He shined. 1-2. Too high.
Too high, counts 2-2. So if you just jumped in the stream, it's 3-0 Astros. Mets batting, top of the ninth. The Mets have men on first and second, no outs. And we have a 2-2 here for Acuna. John Cena, so
2-2 coming.
John Cena, so foul, first base side, keep it a 2-2. That was a slider from Hayden. John Cena, so
His 200th career save.
John Cena, so
34 last year. He's had as many as 37 in the season. He's having to work awfully hard here in the ninth. So he thrown 7 pitches to release on Acuna. 2-2.
fouling back.
Another fastball.
That was a fastball from Hader.
Just keep the line moving. You don't have to do anything big now. You take something big, but just keep this line moving.
Sanger on deck, the door behind him. Again, the 2-2. And again, fouled off. Keeps wasting away Hader's high fastballs.
I think Hader's going to come in. But he's not going to come in with that slider. He's afraid to hang it. He's right or left, you know. You're afraid of the boxes. Yep. Not afraid, but you know what I'm saying. Yep.
This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat from Hader to Acuna. And he takes a slider in the dirt.
Slider in the dirt, full count.
After all those fouls, it's a veteran approach there by Acuna. He's showing a lot of poise for a young man.
He was down in the count 0-2. And now it's 3-2. Tying run at the plate. The 11th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. And Acuna fouls back another high fastball. This is something.
The Mets never go down easy, do they?
That's what sells the at-bats. 20 pitches deep. Hader's still looking for his first out. 3-2 coming.
He walked him. Oh my God! Knuckle up, Mets. Knuckle up. Bases loaded. No outs. Now the rookie is gonna come up here. Wow! Bases loaded. No outs for my beloved Mets.
Reaction from Brett Beatty. You know, Keith and I, before the game, were talking with Hayden Singer, and we told him, you know what? Be prepared. You're going to have a big at-bat this game. Oh, this is ridiculous. I didn't think it was going to be this at-bat.
I mean, how could it be any bigger?
Oh, my goodness.
Your first major league plate appearance, 9th inning, down 3-0, bases loaded, nobody out. Drafted by the Mets back in 2018 out of Miami of Ohio. Lindor is behind Singer. The thing that you fear the most here is the double play.
Yeah, just don't hit it in a double play.
Ready to pounce. Well, Hader's made it tough on himself.
Well, here we go, Hader.
Going to have to get through 3 tough hitters. You got Singer to the Lindor and Soto.
Strike. Fastball.
Nothing in one to Hayden Singer. Singer last year played at single A, double A, triple A, had a combined 234 with 3 home
Had a
runs.
234 in A, double A, triple A in 55 games. He had 3 home runs. That's a foul. Fastball counts 0-2.
Lindor next, Soto behind him. That's with a chance of the 8th, but that came with 2 out. Brady won 3 in a row, and then Nimmo lined out to the inning. And here, the Mets get the bases loaded with nobody out on base hits by Marte and Taylor, and a walk to Acuna. Now Hayden Singer trying to dig in his first big league at bat. He fouls back a high fastball. There have been plenty of those in this inning. And that's made Hader work even harder.
Counts 0-2.
And that gets the bullpen going again for the Astros.
Every once in a while in this booth, you get to root not only for the player, but the story.
Oh, 2. And Singer goes.
Oh, he went down swinging. Fastball. 1 out.
Got the first out of the night.
That was pitch 25 from Hader.
High fastball.
All right, Mets still have bases loaded. Only 1 out.
So now
It'll come down to Lindor and then
then
Soto, depending on if he doesn't hit it into a double play ball. No, big.
Strikeouts and a ground out. Bases loaded, 1 out, 9th inning.
Pop up, fouling back. Fastball at 96. Counts 0-1. Lindor, career with bases loaded, 110 attempts. Oh, at bats, I'm sorry. He's got like 7 grand slams. Edwin Diaz warming up just in case.
1 for 2 in his career against Hader. Francisco lays off the high fastball.
Did he lay off? He did. Counts 1-1. Fans there don't like it. They think he went around, but I didn't see a whole lot there.
Juan Soto waiting on deck.
Soto on deck. Counts 1-1 for Lindor.
Waiting to be ready.
Outside. Counts 2-1.
Change up there for Hader. 2-1.
28 pitches from Hader.
Something a little bit different through that pitch. 1% of the time last year. Lindor ready to pounce. And he lines one out to center.
He's going to be out at center field. The runner might go.
He makes the
Out.
catch, tagging at third is Marte.
Marte tagging and going. He'll score.
Importantly for Hader, he gets the second out.
So the Mets are on the board. It's 3-1.
Juan Soto
Astros.
The Mets down to their final out. And the tying runs on base.
Tying runs on base. First and third. With 2 outs, it's going to come down to Mr. Juan Soto. And the fans there are going to boo the crap out of him. Juan Soto 1 for 2 today, a single and 2 walks. Career versus Hader, he's 2 for 4.
Soto in this building, 19 for 45, 3 home runs and 10 RBIs.
9 for 17 in their season opening series last year.
Upstairs, fastball, counts 1-0.
Soto has 2 hits and 4 career at-bats against Hader.
Hader has not thrown his slider and has been effective. Best hitter of the high fastball.
Well, at least the Mets made it exciting at the end, right, guys?
Pitches deep.
That's low. Slider down, counts 2-0.
Keeps the inning going. Pete Alonso would be next.
Yeah, Pete Alonso warming up on deck if we get to him.
Let it rip.
That's inside and up. Fastball goes ball. Counts 3-0.
Much of Soto. Rather go after Alonso.
He may just be playing pitch around with Soto to go after Alonso.
Swing the bat here.
Yeah, good call.
He definitely has the green light. But I think Hader is pitching around.
I'm with you, Gary.
Yeah, Gary just said he looks like Hader's just going to pitch around him or looking like he's pitching around him. I think he's right. No, he threw a strike down the pipe. Counts 3-1. Was that a back foot slider from Hader? That was also pitch number 33 from Hader. 3-1 count.
13 of Soto's 41 home runs came
Here's
against
the
lefties
pitch.
last year.
Oh, fouling back. Fastball. That would have been a ball, Soto. Soto got underneath it, but it fucking went backwards, man. 2 on, 2 out, 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the 9th. This could be it here for our Mets if they want to get a W or get back in the ball game.
Soto's debut, waiting for a magic moment.
I don't have a good feeling about it right now. And that's okay because it's game 1. It's game 1. Oh, Soto chased it. It was out of fucking the box. The Astros win. Damn, Soto, what? That wasn't anywhere near. Well, the final is 3-1 Houston Astros. At least the Mets made it exciting towards the end. The finals 3-1 here in Houston. Soto chased that pitch way out of the box.
In a quarter century. And Ron Hader did not have his slider.
Well, I'll be streaming tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's game starts around 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys are around. Yeah, Soto knew. He was like, chased it.
And he saved his best 2 pitches for the end there.
And Mets weren't really ever in this game until the very end. From like inning 2 to 8, it was all Houston. Juan Soto 1 for 3 today, 2 walks. I'm not really impressed with Clay Holmes. I got to be honest with you guys. Time of the game, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Mets back-to-back losses in season openers for the first time since 99 and 2000. Well, enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to skedaddle. I'm going to lick my wounds. And that guy, what's up? What's going on, man? I guess I will see you, or most of you, tomorrow night around 8 o'clock. We'll get game 2 of this series. Later. You done? Yeah, I've been streaming for like 3 hours, bro. The game's over. The Mets lost. The Mets lost 3-1. But I'll be back tomorrow around 8 o'clock.
Just $2.50 per piece. It figures to your family's needs. All I need